What's up, good people of the pod? So, you know, I want to come on here and address some things. Um, the reason why I started this podcast was for motivation to motivate me to actually do something. At the time I started the podcast, I had just gotten into an accident. I was listening to Gary Vee, and he was promoting Anchor, not like in a way of, oh, I'm about to get paid, but in a way of, hey, if you want to, make some money or either do something that you love and make that money, why not do Anchor? It's free. And for the most part, I kind of like got away from that. But one of my passions is to really encourage and motivate and inspire somebody to do something, to get up and keep going, right? And what I found for myself these past few years since 2018, life has been lifing and things have been hard. So there's been times where I have given up. There's been times where I have drifted away from my calling, my passion, and my purpose. So no more, right? I lost my best friend last year, January of last year. And I lost another best friend this year. And I'm like, 2023 is going to be a little bit different. No, not a little. It's going to be different. And so the only way for me to actually reach my goals and live my purpose is to actually get up and do something, to write down what it is I want to do, where I see myself going, and give that to Yahweh. Okay, so no more of woe is me. No more of, oh my gosh, I look this way, or nobody's going to ever listen to me because I've fallen off the wagon of fitness. Fitness has always been a part of my life, has always been close and near and dear to my heart, but no more will I go on with my life, woe is me, procrastinating, because that's what I've been doing. Yes, I've been grieving. And grief comes in different ways. You grieve differently. You have different seasons of grief. But you know what? I can't be there always. I remember when I got into my accident in 2018, January 2018. I was living with my best friend. Her name is Kyra. Talks Under 10 with Kai. That was her podcast here on Anchor. And her husband, JP. And I remember, got into an accident, going to the hospital, getting out. I didn't have a job. I did not have a job. What I was doing was DoorDash, Shipt, things like that, making money that way. I exhausted my 401k. I was with the company for 5.5 years. And, I was living off of that for a little bit. But I remember she came into my room and she was like, okay, best friend, I understand you're sad. I understand this is hard. You don't have a car and now you have to depend on others. You have to ask for a ride. There's certain things you don't like because you have to depend on us. But you know what? You have to get up and do something. And so that's what I did. I got up, I started my podcast. I wasn't consistent, but I did do it, right? I reached out to staffing agencies to find some work in human resources because at the time I was transitioning from being a manager at a large retail store. Well, let me just tell you, it was Kroger, okay? I was a manager there 5.5 years. I wasn't going where I wanted to go. So I transitioned myself out and it was just becoming very toxic and just was not a good environment for me. So I got out, and I wanted to do HR. And so with that being said, we had that talk. So fast forward, we were having the talk. I got up, was hired. I was so excited. That is where I really got my hands-on experience in HR. But just looking back at those conversations and just the type of friend she was, and just thinking about that whole conversation, it's just like for me now, it's don't don't stay there. What are you doing with your life right now? You have all these goals, you have all these dreams, you are called, you have a purpose. Yahweh put that on your heart. And do you want to go back to him so much stuff stored up in you? Or do you want to go back empty with pouring everything out that he's giving you? So I want to go back empty with everything that Yahweh has poured into me, so I can pour it out and to help others, to motivate, inspire, encourage, because that is what I was called to do. That's what I was put here on this earth to do. And so I just hope that this is encouragement for somebody to go out and do whatever that thing is, right? Because you can't stay down always. You can't live, you cannot live in sorrow always. If you need help, go get the help you need. If you need a counselor, go get the counselor that you need. Whatever it is that you need to get up and do the thing that you are called to do, get up and do that thing, because you cannot stay there always. It's not healthy. And people are here on this earth to assist you. You have friends, you have family, you have somebody in your corner, you have kids, somebody in your corner who's like, hey, auntie, uncle, mom, dad, whoever, cousin, whoever that is, grandma, grandpa, whoever that is, who wants to see you win, who wants to see you succeed. And if you give up on that thing, if you give up on life by doing nothing, right? Then what? You think you're failing now. No, you're going to fail if you don't do anything. So get up, get active, get to it. And that's all we have for today. I hope this inspires somebody to get up, to get moving, motivated you to chase after your dreams, but not just chase after your dream, accomplish your dreams, because you have goals, I have goals, and we got to get to it. Beautiful people, y'all have a great and blessed day. And if you're listening to this on a weekend, have a great weekend. If you're listening to this at night, have a good night. In the morning, have a good morning. If you're listening to this in the afternoon, have a great afternoon. Because guess what? Somebody loves you. I love you. And I'm here to motivate you. And keep pushing and keep going.